Hello, I'm Sam with jbugs.com. We're getting close to completing the teardown of our 1971 Super Beetle. And with most of the body components removed, we're going to continue by removing the dashboard and some of the items from the trunk that make removing the dash easier. As we've noted numerous times throughout our teardown, make sure to save all the hardware until after reassembly. Reinstalling hardware to the part that it goes with is an easy way to keep your parts organized. Also, take pictures of the positions of wires so you know where they're supposed to go when reassembly time comes. We start inside the car and remove the steering wheel. The nut's unthreaded and the steering wheel's pulled off the steering shaft. And we make sure to save the canceling ring and hardware from the back side of the wheel. Next, the two bolts that hold the steering column to the bottom side of the dash are removed, along with all the dash switch and radio knobs. The hazard switch is unthreaded, the fresh air knobs are pulled off, the headlight and wiper knobs are unthreaded, the fan switch is pulled off, as are the radio knobs. The ashtray is pulled out, then the various screws for the dash are unthreaded. There are two screws at the top, to the left and the right of the center dash vent, and 7 more screws across the bottom side of the dashboard. The 4 retaining pins for the glove box ring are removed with a flat blade screwdriver and a mallet. Then the glove box door screws are unthreaded, and the glove box lid is removed. Inside the trunk, the 2 bolts at either hood hinge are removed, and the hood is pulled off. This isn't necessary removing the dashboard, but it does make access much easier, and since we're tearing down the car, it needs to be done anyway. The 3 clips at the bottom of the glove box opening for the trim ring are popped off, so the trim ring and the hinges can be removed. Next, the 4 nuts, 2 at either top corner of the dashboard, and the 2 for the dash grab handle are removed. Then, so that the original radio can be removed, the wiper arms are removed, followed by the wiper shaft nuts, and the lower wiper motor bolt. Then the wiper shafts are pushed through the cowl, the wiring is disconnected, and the wiper assembly is pulled out of the trunk. The center dash vent is pulled from the bottom of the cowl, along with the 1 remaining air hose. Then inside the car, the 2 nuts on either radio shaft are unthreaded, and the radio is pushed into the trunk. The nut for the fresh air switch is unthreaded, and the switch is pulled from the dash. The brake light warning switch has 2 clips on the back side, which have to be pressed in so the switch can be pushed into the car and removed, along with the dash trim bezel. Back in the trunk, the wiring for the radio is disconnected, and the radio is removed. The left and right dash grills have metal tabs that hold them in place. Once they're straightened out in the trunk, the grills can be removed inside the car. The 2 screws at the back of the speedometer are loosened, and the speedometer cable is unthreaded from the speedometer, so it can be pulled from the dash, once all the wiring is pulled off. The 4 tabs for the speedometer trim ring are straightened out so the ring can be removed. And finally, the dashboard itself can be removed from the car. The left, right, and center dash vents are pried out and removed. The dash escutcheons are unthreaded from the headlight and wiper switches. Then in the trunk, the screws for the fresh air controls are unthreaded, and the mechanism is removed, so the dash trim bezels can be popped out. The remnants of the emergency flasher switch were removed. The left and right door jamb switches are removed. Then, after making sure the gas door is open, the gas door release handle is unthreaded from the cable. The housing is removed from the bottom of the dash and from the fuel filler opening. Our car had an aftermarket washer bottle, which was operated from an aftermarket switch that was installed under the dash. It's removed. The screw for the hood release lever is removed, along with the 2 screws for the fuse box. And with that, our interior dash teardown is complete. In our next video, we'll continue work inside the trunk as we get our body ready to be removed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click the like button below, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and when you need parts for your vintage VW, head over to jbugs.com.